Yeah, at the top.
All right.
If you
This
just hover over at the top of this little box to where you,
got it.
there you go. Okay. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Wanda. Okay, we are live. Thank you so much. We started a little bit late, but hey, we have to get things in order here. So thank you so much for watching the live. If you were watching, okay, and if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. My name is Diana Grace Thompson. I'm straight out of Rossville, Georgia, and I'm coming to you today to share some proof of lead generation. Now, I've done a proof of lead generation video for myself, but I wanted to showcase Miss Wanda DePaulo here. Okay, she is, one of my clients. She decided she wanted to take action in her business, okay, and she invested in herself. Okay, she invested in herself, and so because of that, not only did she invest in herself, but she took action. A lot of people will throw money at things and don't want to work, but she actually put in some action, and she was able to generate not only leads, she generated her own traffic. We're not going to show that in today's live, but we're just going to focus on her proof of lead generation. Okay, so that is what we're going to talk about here. So I'm going to interview Wanda. Okay, I'm going to let her share her story, share her mission, her vision. Just let her talk for a bit, okay? And then we're just gonna, I'll ask her a couple questions, and then she is just going to share her screen and show proof of her lead generation. Now, I just want to say really quickly, okay, she was able to do this while on vacation. I'll let you share her story and, what happened or whatnot. But from my understanding, she was on vacation. She worked just with whatever time she had. So she basically worked part-time and was able to generate these results, okay? And this is a beautiful thing what we're going to show you. And if you stay tuned to the end, I have a treat for you, something free I want to give away, something, a tool that you can use to basically leverage your time, right? A lot of us are busy, whether we're working full-time jobs or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, you're just busy, but you need to, you're trying to build your business, right? You can actually work part-time and get full-time results in your business. So thank you so much for watching again. And I am going to go ahead and introduce Wanda, okay? I'm going to turn it over to her, and I'm going to let her just basically, Wanda, just share your story. Who is Wanda, and why are you here today?
All right. Well, I'm Wanda DePaulo from Bristol, Rhode Island, and my vision is to free 100 families in their mind and their sharing things of value that have made a difference in my life, and I know it can make a difference in yours. I've been online for a little while, and on and off the internet, because who didn't really know what I was doing in the beginning, and I didn't really know about all the moving parts. As I stayed plugged in, I got connected with Diana, some members of my mastermind group that I've been sharing with you guys to follow, on how to work online, how to generate leads, how to build an audience. And I wanted to share that I was really green before, was kind of scared, and as I connected and I stepped out every day a little more and a little more and a little more, and I learned more and I educated myself, I was able to share with others. So my mission is just to share with others what I've learned on this journey. What's possible for me is possible if you're willing to do the work. If you want to build a part-time income from home, you can build it anywhere in the world, and that's just kind of how I put all this stuff together. And Diana's a great friend of mine. I've met at an event back in, was it North Carolina or South Carolina? Where was it? It was a racetrack. Where was it? North
It was
Carolina?
North Carolina, yeah.
That. Yep. I rented a Mustang. Yes, I'll never forget that.
Yes.
But that's where I met Diana, and she didn't have children then. So she's done, I worked, many jobs, and Diana's kind of plugged in and learned the ropes, and shared some great tools with me that we're going to share with all you guys that have made what's possible for us possible for you. So that's my story. My why is my children. My why is you out there that want to just be better and want to grow online. offline, want to have better health, wealth, the relationships. I can show you how to do those things. But in the end, guys, you got to do the work. But your mind is the most important thing. And I love to share that because that's something to value that I want to lead with that. You know what? If you change your thinking, you can change your life. So that's all I have to say. There you go,
Thank
Diana.
you, Wanda. Thank you, Wanda. That was beautiful. And so, yes, I remember, I'll never forget that moment, when I first met you, right? You're just outgoing. You weren't afraid. You just kind of reached out, right? And we had a great connection, right? And we've been, knowing each other for literally, that was 4 years ago for me. Actually, it was either June or July. That actual event was about 4 years ago. Okay. So, yes. All right. So, excuse me one second. Okay. All right, Wanda. So, I just want to ask you a couple questions. Okay. So, how long have you been, building a business online?
Well, really, really building a business online, knowing what I'm doing, like knowing all the moving parts. I want to say just the last few months, really, having all the moving parts in place that you don't see out there. People think you work online. If you don't have a capture page, guys, you're not building a business. And that's what happened with me. Yeah, I was in business, but I wasn't in business because nobody knew who I was. And if you're not getting names, guys, you're not in business. So that's something that I really learned. That's something that I learned from my business and from Diana here. That was key for me. And then the other part was, guys, you got to have an autoresponder. If you don't have an autoresponder, that's giving people information and connecting with them. That's another important part that people don't really realize. So, you have to have those two things in place in order to build a business.
Right, right. And yeah, a lot of people, like you said, they're not building their list, and it's kind of a waste of time. I'll just say it like that. It's kind of a waste of time because you're out there putting your affiliate link out and you don't know. Well, one, you're not getting results. That's all you really know. You're not generating leads. You're not, in fact, you're repelling leads. And I want to touch on that for a minute and just share just a little bit of my story because a lot of you who are watching can relate. So, I basically came online to build my health and wellness business. And, I was taught to just literally just, take my affiliate link, grab some ads that they provide you an endless amount of ads, okay? I was taught to take the affiliate link, take the ads, and just put it all throughout social media, Facebook, Instagram. People mentioned that you need to get accounts with all these Facebook or with all these social media accounts. One person mentioned a blog, but as far as like training for when I got started in my health and wellness business, it was basically offline training. They were teaching you how to throw the home parties and how to go out blitzing, how to go out to the mall. And I did all of that, but I didn't want to depend on the offline strategies to build my business. And it started to feel like a second job, right? And, I knew I wanted to, have kids. At the time, I didn't have any kids, but I knew I wanted to be able to stay home with them, right? So, yeah, I basically came online. And the only online training that I got was, like I said, to grab my link and to share it throughout social media. And I didn't get results with that. Okay, I actually got pushback. I was taught to actually inbox, right? First of all, I was taught to market ineffectively, and then I was taught to communicate with people ineffectively. So I got pushback.
Right.
Nobody wanted to hear about. Nobody cares. I'll say this tip right here, and it may sound a little harsh, but it's just true, and you know it.
Right.
Nobody cares about your business.
That's right.
They do not care. What people want to know, they want to know what's in it for them.
Right.
They want to know what's in it for them. So that's what you have. That's how you have to position yourself in this online space as an authority knowing what the problems of the people you're trying to recruit are, knowing what the problems of the customers you're trying to acquire are. Okay, and so you'll learn that in our training. But anyhow, like Wanda was saying, you need to have an autoresponder, you need to have capture pages, because when you're using your affiliate links, you don't know who's coming to your website. And then even if
Right.
people are coming, you can't track your traffic because you don't own that website. That's your company's, website. They own it. And
Right.
then, speaking of that, really quickly, in my 4 years online, I've seen companies come and go. Whether it's a network marketing company, whether it's
Yep.
a blogging system, or what do you call these? Just third party,
Platforms.
marketing systems that they say you have to use this system if you want to generate leads and all that. But that's just not the case. You can do things like Wanda's learning how to do things on her own. She built her own,
Right.
well, she outsourced her own system, but she has her own personal marketing system that she controls. Like, we were literally going back, in our little coaching session, we were going back into her back office for business. She could track her traffic. She knows what she's using capture pages. All right. And that's what we're going to show you here in just a second. She's going to share her screen and share. So basically, when she goes out in markets, okay, she uses her capture pages, right? And she's giving value. She's not saying, please join my business, I have this awesome business. She's not listing all the features and benefits. No, she's giving value, right? She, I think, I don't know if I talked about this with her today, but I think I did on my live that I did earlier, but learn, do, teach. Okay, what are you paying for every month? I mean, what business are you a part of? Are you even using their training? That's number one, product knowledge. What do you have to offer? Okay. And then two, you need to, so learn product knowledge, learn what you have to offer, and then take action, right? You need to have some kind of mentor, some kind of coach, some kind of training, or else you're going to be lost for months and years. Okay. So implement, right? Learn, do, and then you teach. You teach. Okay. You share your results. Wanda is sharing her results right now. What did she do? She learned something. She took action. She got some results. I like to call it data. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. You're in business. Okay, how many eyeballs are you getting to your offer? How many leads are you generating? And then what are the sales that are coming in? You need to just track these things every day and just be organized from the very beginning, right? Okay, so I hope y'all understand what we're trying to say here, but you absolutely need to take control of your business, because you can't control whether a company's going to, hey, these companies have, some of the companies just went bankrupt, okay? Some of
Yep.
them just got sued. They had no choice. What, the FTC just shut them down. They have no choice. What are you going to do? And then people, even top earners, I mean, if you're watching this and you're a leader and you're a heavy hitter, and you're maximizing the compensation plan, once that company goes out of business, your whole income is gone. So it doesn't matter if you're
Oh,
new.
yeah.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
if you were putting out content, blogging,
All
you know it's all gone. That's why, look, Wanda has her own blog where she controls her content, and that's it. So we're gonna focus on lead generation. So Wanda, this is what the people have been waiting for. We want to show you, that, and I don't know if I mentioned, Wanda didn't mention, but yeah, she was on vacation. She just, worked with the time that she had, which wasn't a whole lot of time. She took some action and she was able to generate leads. I'll tell you this, is funny. It's funny, Wanda. She was actually posting her link wrong in the
Yes,
beginning.
I
No, listen, but she was still generating leads. I don't know how.
was. I was.
She was still
They
generating
were
leads.
they were trying to follow me. They want to know what I'm doing.
Yes, and because she's giving value. She's not chasing people like join me, join me. No, she's giving. You have to give
I want
first.
to
Okay,
share. Yeah,
right? Share. So go ahead and share your screen, Wanda. And this is the result she was able to get. Like she said, she's been taking her business seriously, building for about a couple months. I think since, like, I don't know, a couple months, April. But
yeah.
about a week after her system was complete, and she a week after she started implementing, she immediately started generating leads. And so every time she takes action, put content out, she pretty much generates leads. So you can see her lead gen here. Yeah, just try to make your screen bigger, however you need to do that. Okay, so we are in the back office of Wanda's autoresponder. Okay, this is where she houses her leads. Okay, and as you can see, look at the names in the emails of all the people who they wanted more information from Wanda. They digged, right? They were, how do I say, they liked the content, the value she was putting out, pushing out into the marketplace through her videos. And they decided, hey, I want to learn more. And so they opted in, they gave her their name and their email, okay? And now Wanda, she has a follow-up series set up to automatically go out. So for example, she has one, there we go, those are her capture pages, okay? Those are her capture pages. Specifically, one of them is for her mastermind. They have a free mastermind that they do. And when people opt in to register for the mastermind, not only do they register for the free mastermind that they can participate in, but she gives them a free gift that automatically goes out as soon as she doesn't have to be there as soon as every single lead opts in and give them the free gift or send them the email. She set it up automatically. So she's setting up her follow-up series automatically. But not only that, but she is going to start broadcasting her list. So for example, this very this very live interview, proof of lead generation video is being recorded. She can send this live to her list or send them the replay, and they can see that this Wanda knows what she's doing. I mean, it's as simple as that. I'm saying learn, do, and teach. If you can do that and have the right tools in place, okay? You want to, come on. If you're, say you have 1,000 leads, I mean, you don't want to have to.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here we go. Unmuted you. Okay. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me now? Sorry about that. But yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, these are real people. She's doing email marketing, right? And so that's what we wanted to show you today. So yeah, if you have any questions, if you want to know how to get started building your own personal marketing system, so that's what it's going to take in order to put. You need certain tools, right? You need certain capabilities to be able to generate your own traffic for your business, your own leads, and convert those leads into sales. So, we can show you how to do that. And that's really what we have for you today. I wanted to give you this little free nugget here. And I'm just going to share my screen really quickly, and then we're going to wrap this up. I just want to share, I know, like I said, a lot of you watching, you might have full-time jobs. Basically, you don't have a lot of time, and you need to be able to, build your business part-time. Honestly, maybe an hour, 2 hours a day. If you have an hour, 2 hours a day, you can earn a full-time income, okay? Me, I got my baby here. I'm able to I do simple things every day. I'm just consistent. That's it. And, and I'm able to, generate my traffic leads and sales. So I'm going to share my screen and just share with you this little nugget here. If you have your own blog, like if you're watching this and you're blogging, if you can do this on your blog, do it. Here's a little tip for you, and you can do it. If you can't do this on your blog, you definitely need to get with Wanda, or you need to get with myself, whoever invited you here, and learn how to get your blog up so that you can do that, so that you can do this, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to stop that. And I apologize for my little baby, but he's ready to. Yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen okay, Wanda?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me show you this real quick, then we're gonna wrap it up. But yeah, basically here's Wanda's, one of her blog posts. I'm just in the back office. And so, you know, if you have a blog, like I said, if you can come over and do this, do this. This is going to help you. So when you create a blog post, you need to get people to see your stuff, okay? So, you know, you can, you know, create the post and share your link. And this is actually what I do, and this is what we're going to set Wanda up to do, is that every time that she publishes a blog post, it'll automatically post to, look, you can see Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Google Plus, okay, wherever you want. So I may not actually show you how to do it, but all you do is follow instructions. So listen, so so all you're gonna do is go over to where it says publish, and you just go underneath and you'll see where it says publicize. Okay, right now it says not connected because she doesn't have her social media, you know, links connected, but I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that. But this is how you would do it. So you click on, say for example, Facebook, and you just follow the instructions. It's very simple. Okay, it says something which should never happen happened. Sorry about that. If you try again, maybe it will work. And that's true. A little tip for you: when you're dealing with technology, you just try again. Try 2-3 times. I've done it and it works. But anyways, they're having some trouble. But anyways, it's step by step. So all you do, that's the start though. You click on there where it says publicize, and then you go in and you basically add your link. So WordPress will walk you through. It's simple, okay? And that's pretty much it. So if you need help with that, definitely reach out to me. Reach out to Wanda, because she's learning, you know, she's learning how to do these things. So so yeah, just reach out to her. But that's basically what I wanted to show you, that little tip, so that every time you post your blog post, and let me just throw this out, with the autoresponder that we use, every time you post a blog post, it'll automatically go out to your list. And so not only social media, but to your list. That's powerful. It's powerful. And I use it and it works. And then Wanda, she can go into her autoresponder and track who is opening up her emails, who's clicking on them. She can send, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Her call to action can be just reply to this email to get started, or reply to this email if you need any questions. I mean, the point is to put the work in, connect with these people. These are real people. It's not just a number in her autoresponder to say, oh, I have however many leads. No, these are real people looking for real solutions. So all she has to do is share her story, share her mission like she's done today. She's going to share this to her list, and she's going to get more leads. All right. And then we're working on converting. And, you know, she has a goal to reach in her business. And we're going to do that by focusing on the data. We're going to focus on the data. We'll focus on the traffic. We know exactly how much traffic she needs to be able to reach her income goals. So you can't do that with your affiliate link. If you don't have systems in place, look, McDonald's, Wendy's, you know, Subway, they have systems in place. You can't rely, you know. So that's all I'm going to say. So Wanda, do you have anything else that you want to say?
No, I just want to say that, you know what, we're not saying that learning is easy, but we are saying that it's possible. And what's possible for others out there, guys, it's possible for us. Anything that we want in life, better health, wealth, relationships, it all takes work. And I love the idea my girl Diana gets to be home with her children. You know, if I would have had that way back when, you know, my last baby's graduating. So if I would have had that, so anybody out there that has children in your home, man, and you got the time because we can work around the children. I mean, just think it's just an amazing idea. And also, like, if you're spending, everybody's graduating now, but I think that, we were always taught to go to school, get a job. And as you see, everything's starting to be automated, and everything is going online. So it's really something to look at, because you can create your own economy and you can reach people all over the world, and you don't have to touch the products, and you don't have to go to work. And I don't know, I could go on and on. I appreciate you guys, and I'm on a journey, and you got to do the work. You want something good, you got to do the work. So I'm doing the grind, and I'm going to share it with you. So I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you most of all, Diana.
Yes, Wanda, thank you so much. And yeah, so if you're following Wanda, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you don't have time, I mean, trust me, she's right. You need to create your own economy. You can't depend on one income is not enough. Even two incomes, because me and I'm a stay-at-home mom. We have one income. Well, thanks to this business, we have another income. But this income, when you start earning in your home-based business, you'll be able to keep more of it. Because at your job, you're given, if you have a W-2, you're paying so much in taxes. Pay attention to how much you're paying in taxes. But, just by having a home-based business, you're able to save money on your taxes. I'm just going to throw that out there. So if Wanda invited you to this replay or this live, just get back with her. Find out what she's doing. She can help you. She has the tools. She has the training to get you from where you are in your business to where you want to be, okay? And absolutely, if I invited you to this live or this replay, reach out to me. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next live. Bye for now.
Bye.
Mommy.